If I gave you my love, I'd tell you what I'd do.
I wanted to re-release From Her Eyes because, well, it's turning 11. Last year on its 10th anniversary, I was in a really bad space. I was really overwhelmed, really depressed. I actually just moved into the space that I'm in, and I was dealing with a lot of self-worth issues, and that led me to scramble in a panic to try and get things together for a really impromptu 10-year anniversary, and I felt like I missed the mark. I felt like people that were followers, that are followers of the original EP, were asking, can we stream it on Spotify? Is it on Apple Music? They were wanting to celebrate with me, but I just was not in a headspace that I felt was celebratory, and I ended up going on Instagram Live and doing a small celebration to commemorate, but it made me think about how I frame intention around what I execute with music, and I've fallen really, really short with that, to be honest. I'm really hard on myself, so in my standard, I've fallen short. So this year, being that it's the 11th anniversary, and being that it came out when I was 22, and it is now turning 11. I'm 33, so the numbers are aligning, and I felt it was only right to re-release it, and I'm adding 2 extra songs to it. And it will be available for the very first time on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, you name it, it's gonna be all there.
You've got to be good to me, 'cause I'm gonna be good to you.
What makes the re-release different is the addition of 2 new songs. So these 2 new songs are actually old songs, they already exist. But to commemorate the 2nd anniversary of From Her Eyes, I released an Al Green cover, Simply Beautiful. And that was something that I just put out there on SoundCloud. I didn't really, at the time, I didn't know how to clear cover songs to get them on streaming platforms, so most of my cover music from this project, the entire project, I can't say most of it, the entire project has not lived on major digital streaming platforms. So I had this really remarkable privilege to record with Van Hunt. And for me, it was full circle because I did a Van Hunt cover character, and that's on From Her Eyes. And somehow it caught wind, and it moved down the river, and it reached Van Hunt, and I went to see a show of his, and he called me on stage to sing character with him. It's this whole story, and it's really special. But maybe a year after this concert moment happened that was in San Francisco, I was contacted to do a cover of Respect, of the Rotary Connection version, which was featuring Minnie Riperton at the time, which is a cover, of course, of Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding, like, you know, R-E-S-P-E-C. We did our own rendition, Van Hunt and I, with this production company or this production team called the Decoders. And so that is going to also be a bonus track. So it's adding Simply Beautiful and Respect. And for me, it's just really special to, all these years later, tack on a song that involves Van Hunt when I covered him on this project to begin with. He's a big inspiration for me. It was a lot. It was a lot. At the time, I was living in Alameda. I was living in a converted attic space, which I loved. And I was working at Trader Joe's doing the artwork there full-time. And 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 5 days a week, I'm going into Trader Joe's, doing the artwork, the chalkboards, the signs, all the things. And then I'm coming home from work and I'm recording this project. And recording this project was how I learned how to use Pro Tools. I had no clue how to use it, but thankfully I had really, really amazing friends and supporters that were supporting me at the time. So a dear friend of mine, Dario Wonder, who's also a musician, he let me borrow his recording mic, his M-Box, and he gave me Pro Tools on my computer. So that was really what started it. So I'm coming home from work, learning, familiarizing myself with this program while I'm actively recording a project. So that was what that particular process was like. But as far as choosing the songs, recording and arranging the vocals, which I did, it was a labor of love. I actually brought this idea to a producer, and it was shot down. He flat out told me, there's no way someone's gonna wanna pay to hear like your renditions of these songs that these guys did. There's no way, and on top of that, you're not gonna be able to find musicians that are willing to replay. You might as well just get the instrumentals and go ahead through the process of just record, you know, covers to the instrumentals. Like, you don't need to put that much into it. And I somehow had my whole vision shattered within that, you know, sitting of him telling me, no, this is stupid, don't do it. And who I co-produced the album with, Jesse Boykins III, he was like, yo, you know you could do the shit yourself, right? Like, he's not the overseer, he's not the one who okays this idea. Let's just take this on, you can do this yourself. Like, I need you to see that you can do this yourself. So he really encouraged me and pushed me, and was available by phone call if I had any catches with Pro Tools. So it was very, very helpful to have his support, as well as my friend who let me borrow his equipment, as well as my friends that were like, oh my God, Mara, you're singing, you've always wanted to do this. It was not something that I really believed that I could make my life. So recording it brought out all of this as a reality. And by the time I was done recording it, it took 9 months. And it was my first, you know, release into the world. So it came out November 30th, 2010.
Oh, you're simply beautiful, yeah.
The importance of Simply Beautiful is so great to me. It's so very great to me. My godmother, Desi Du, played a massive role in raising me, and her favorite singer is Al Green and Brooke Benton. But you know, Al Green was a singer that I have been singing along to my whole life. Brooke Benton as well. Let me, you know, give Brooke his shine. He's incredible. But Desi and I would always sing Al Green together, and what that meant to me were moments and memories of healing and warmth and love and acceptance and just loving and being loved. That's what Simply Beautiful meant and represented for me. And so I would always do that song at shows to tribute my godmom. And in 2019, she passed away. And so it was really important to me to have this song be a part of From Her Eyes in a permanent way, because I know I released Simply Beautiful as an anniversary celebratory release of like, hey, 2 years have passed since I released it, here's the song. I wanted this song to originally be on this EP, but it didn't make it in time. I didn't finish it in time, so I wasn't able to get an actual recording for the EP, and I just said, okay, that's fine. What I have is enough. But all these years later, 11 years later, I now get to put Simply Beautiful with this body of work, and it just means so much to me.
Oh, simply beautiful.
What I hope that any of my fans or followers or supporters, receive is joy. And in all honesty, I'm hoping that when it releases, the main reaction is gonna be, it's about damn time. Because it's been a long time that it's only lived on Bandcamp or SoundCloud. And so now that my supporters get to stream it freely on any platform, it means a great deal to me. And I know it'll mean a great deal to them, because last year on its 10-year anniversary, everyone was asking me on my live that I did, when is it going to be available on Spotify? When is it going to be available on iTunes? I really want to stream it, or I play my CD until the point of it cracking, and I really want to be able to stream it. So I really hope that the re-release of this deluxe version reaches each person who's ever supported it from the beginning and reinstills excitement. I also hope that it reaches brand new people that have never heard of me before, and this is going to be their introduction to my music, is the re-release of this deluxe edition of my debut EP. And I hope and I pray that it reaches people now how it reached people 11 years ago.